Good morning. This is Dr. T. Uma Venkatalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry and Bioinformatics, Dr. MGR Janaki College of Arts and Science for Women. Today we are going to see about the Cheminformatics and how the Cheminformatics is related with bioinformatic applications. So, introduction. Cheminformatics is the application of information methods to solve chemical problems. So, cheminformatics, also known as chemical informatics or cheminformatics, is an interdisciplinary field that involves the application of computer science, statistics, and information technology to solve problems in chemistry, pharmaceuticals, and related domains. It focuses on the organization, analysis, manipulation, and interpretation of chemical and biological data using computational methods. So, it's discipline in computational molecular sciences. So, known as interface science, as it is combination of various fields. So, the primary focus is to analyze, stimulate, model, manipulate the chemical information which can be represented either in 2D or 3D structure. So, cheminformatics encompasses the design, creation, organization, management, retrieval, analysis, and visualization and use of chemical information. So, cheminformatics is mixing of information resources to transform data into information and information into knowledge. So, in short, we can say as inductive learning. So, it deals with small molecules, that is hits, leads, and ligands. So, both bioinformatics and cheminformatics complement with each other for biomolecular process, that is structure and function of proteins, binding of ligands, etc. So, how the cheminformatics is applied in various fields of sciences. So, data management. So, it plays a crucial role in modern drug discovery, material science, and other area of chemical research. So, some of the key aspects of cheminformatics are first one, data management. So, cheminformatics involves the collection, storage, and organization of large amount of chemical data, including information about chemical structures, properties, reactions, and bioactivity. Second one is chemical representation. So, one of the fundamental tasks in cheminformatics is representing chemical structures and compounds in a standardized format that computers can understand. This often involves using line notation like smiles and mole files. Database management. Third, the cheminformaticians develop and maintain database that store chemical information, making it easily accessible for researchers. These databases could contain information about compounds, reactions, properties, and more. And the fourth one is structure activity relationship analysis. Cheminformatics tools analyze the relationship between the chemical structure of compounds and their biological or chemical activities. This helps in predicting the behavior of new compounds based on existing data. And the fifth one is virtual screening. Using computational techniques, cheminformatics enables researchers to virtually screen vast libraries of compounds to identify potential drug candidates or materials with desired properties. And the sixth one is quantitative structure activity relationship, that is QSAR modeling. Cheminformatics methods create mathematical models that correlate chemical structure features with biological or physiochemical properties, aiding in the prediction of compounds behavior. And seventh one is molecular docking and simulation. So, cheminformatics tools play a role in simulating how molecules interact with each other and help to understand binding mechanism and predicting molecular behavior. And the eighth one is chemical information retrieval. So, efficient search and retrieval of chemical information from databases are essential for researchers to access relevant data quickly. And the ninth one is machine learning and data mining. So, cheminformatics extensively employs machine learning algorithms and data mining techniques to extract insights and patterns from large chemical data sets. So, how these are integrated with each other has been given as informatics, chemistry, computer science, toxicology, text mining, medicine, biology, laboratory science, and drug discovery. So, all are integrated together and it frames the cheminformatics. So this is the history of the development of cheminformatics. So how the chemistry deals with information technology. So, the chemistry deals with compounds and their properties and transformation. To understand the various aspects, chemists have done series of experiments and analyzed and compared them. So, from the result, the electronic form of storing scientific information was developed that is nothing but the databases. So, it has linked with the computer science and IT information technology. And this plays an inductive learning that they developed models which made possible to store the observation and interference into a schematic ordering scheme. So the knowledge was accumulated. This is where cheminformatics comes in. So what's the need for cheminformatics? So it plays a significant role in shaping the future of the medical field. As technology advances and our understanding of molecular interactions deepens, cheminformatics is becoming increasingly crucial for drug discovery, personalized medicine, disease understanding, and more on. Here's how cheminformatics is expected to impact the medical field in future. So, the field of chemistry needs a novel technique for knowledge extraction from data to model complex relationship between the structure of the chemical compound and biological activity. So, the major aspects of cheminformatics are information acquisition, information management, and information use. So, here are some of the impact on medical field in the future. So, drug discovery and design. Cheminformatics tools are being used to accelerate drug discovery by predicting the behavior of potential drug candidates, optimizing their properties, and designing molecules with desired therapeutic effects and minimal side effects. This can significantly reduce the time and cost involved in bringing new drugs to market. And the second one is precision medicine. Cheminformatics enables the analysis of molecular and genetic data to tailor medical treatments to individual patients. By understanding the interactions between drugs, genes, and proteins at a molecular level, healthy healthcare provides can select the most effective and safe treatment options for each patient's unique genetic makeup. The third one is target identification and validation. So the cheminformatics helps identifying potential drug by target by analyzing molecular interactions, pathways, and biological networks. This aids in understanding disease mechanism and finding novel targets for the therapeutic intervention. And the fourth one is predictive modeling and simulation. Computational models and simulation developed through cheminformatics can predict how drugs interact with specific targets, helping to anticipate drug efficiency, toxicity, and potential interactions before clinical trials. And the fifth one is drug repurposing. Cheminformatics tools are used to identify existing drugs that could be repurposed for new medical uses. By analyzing the interactions between drugs and biological pathways, researchers can identify unexpected therapeutic applications. The sixth one is virtual screening. Cheminformatics enables the screening of vast libraries of compounds virtually, allowing researchers to identify potential drug candidates more efficiently and cost effectively. Seventh, understanding disease mechanism. By analyzing molecular interactions and pathway associated with diseases, cheminformatics contributes to a deeper understanding of disease mechanism, leading to the discovery of novel therapeutic approaches. And the eighth one is personalized drug dosages. Cheminformatics can help optimize drug dosage for individual patient based on factors such as genetics, metabolism, and drug interactions. And what are the applications of cheminformatics? So, this has been applied in the field of data storage, prediction of properties, structural elucidation, high throughput screening, docking, drug discovery, molecular science, material science, food science, and combinatorial chemistry. So, all these fields have been integrated together and they frames the cheminformatics. And how the representation of chemical compounds happens in cheminformatics, how the computers analyze the chemical structures and what line notation is used. That's nothing but the representation of objects. So here, first the object chemical compounds of chemical reaction have to be represented. These chemical compounds will mostly be represented by their molecular structures in various formats. So the streamlining processes and modern chemical research, reducing cost and accelerating the discovery of new compounds and materials, and it plays a crucial role in bridging the gap between experimental chemistry and computational analysis. So many databases are maintained for chemical compounds and has large number of data about the compounds. So recent development involves the creation of databases containing virtual molecules, compounds that do not exist but could be synthesized using combinatorial chemistry techniques. So how the representation happens? So in cheminformatics, representing chemical objects such as molecules and compounds is essential for organizing, analyzing, and interpreting chemical data. Various formats and notations are used to accurately describe chemical structures and properties in a way that can be processed by computers. Here are some methods for representing objects in cheminformatics. So 2D representations are highly focused due to their concern with chemical bonding between the atoms rather than the 3D representations. So information about the chemical structure are stored within the computer image. Many programs are available that enable to draw the chemical structure for various aspects, incorporating the chemical structure in reports, publications, presentations, etc. So for example, ChemDraw, ISI, ChemSketch. So these are some of the tools which have been applied to draw the chemical structure of a compound or a molecule. So the theoretical representation of chemical structures. So apart from this, we have the representing objects in cheminformatics. They are chemical structure representations can be made through SMILES, that is simplified molecular input line entry system. So it is a string based notation that represents chemical structure using ASCII characters. It provides a compact and human readable way to describe molecules. And the second one is International Chemical Identifier. It's a unique identifier for chemical compounds. It represents chemical structures in a standardized and machine-readable format, ensuring that the same compound is represented consistently across different databases. And the third is mole file. The mole file format is widely used to represent molecular structures in a textual format. It includes information about atom connectivity, bond types, and 2D coordinates. And the second topic is chemical property representation. So it might be represented in two ways. One is numerical descriptors and the other one is QSAR descriptors. So numerical descriptors is nothing but chemical properties such as molecular weight, log P, that is partition coefficient, polarizability, and others can be represented as numerical descriptors that quantify specific characteristic of a compound. And the quantitative structure activity relationship QSAR descriptors. So these are numerical values that capture various aspects of a molecular structure, contributing to predictive modeling for its biological and chemical activity. And third one is data tables. So the tabular format used to store and represent chemical data in databases. Each row represents a different compound and columns contain various attributes such as chemical name, structure, properties, and activities. So apart from that, we have the graphical method, and apart from this graphical, we also have the tree-like structure. It's a special type of graph which is a single path connecting each pair of vertices. A root node is a starting point followed by the branch node and leaf node. So how the tree looks, the same thing, the annotation works of or notation works of the compound has been described. In completely connected graph, there is an edge between all pair of nodes. This is a rare type of graph. Although these graphs helps in constructing the chemical structures, there is a need to develop methods to determine whether two graphs are different or same. This problem is known as graph isomorphism. And the other thing is fingerprints. So the molecular fingerprints are binary representation of molecular features. They encode information about the presence or absence of specific substructures, functional groups, or other features in a molecule. and 3D molecular representation. So PDB, protein data bank format, so commonly used to represent the three-dimensional structures of biological macromolecules such as proteins and nucleic acids. And 3D coordinates, for molecules with 3D structures, the coordinates of atoms in space can be represented to visualize their spatial arrangement. And the final one is reaction representation. Chemical reactions can be represented using various notations such as smiles, reaction smarts, and reaction databases. So these notations describe reactant, product, and the change in chemical structure during the reaction. So due to this problem, algorithm and mapping program were developed to determine the difference between the graphs. So specific values have been given to each structure so that the confusion is clear. And moreover, we have certain properties that as the technology advances and the knowledge of molecular biology expands, cheminformatics will continue to evolve, leading to breakthrough in drug development, disease treatment, and patient care. Its integration with other fields such as genomics and bioinformatics will further enhance its impact on the future of medicine. So, thank you for watching.